Welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time we left things with Okarin choosing not to send the D-mail and instead to time leap back and figure out what exactly Nai knows, because Nai is terrifying and she is not acting like the normal 12-year-old girl. She used a cleaver on Moeka. It was very shocking. But we're trying to figure out what she knows, so we've gone back in time and Okarin is chasing her down. He heard the gunshot, saw her run away, and we've just managed to catch up with her. And that is where we are picking things up. So let's get into it. Looks like she's realized she can't get away. From the sound of her breathing, she must be at her limit. We're alone. Karisu and Moeka must still be at the house, and the streets are empty thanks to the Obon holidays. Perfect. I was afraid someone might report me as a child molester. Now I can get what I need to know out of this strange girl who looks like Nai. I call out to her as I catch my breath. Are you really Tennoji Nai? Nai glares at me as she catches her breath. You plan to kill Kiryu Moeka after this, don't you? That's right. She punctuates her nonchalant reply with a cruel smile. That is not the face of a child. Revenge for your father? You and Kiryu Moeka killed Daddy. Why is she blaming him this time? This time he wasn't even in the room, he was waiting outside. Your dad killed himself. He blew his own brains out. He would have done it even if we hadn't been here. It's not our fault. I don't care. What?
Kiryu
Moeka was there when Daddy died, but she didn't stop him. I won't forgive her. Nor you, Okabe Rintaro. You weren't there, but Daddy wouldn't have died if you hadn't gotten involved. Wait, is she blaming me for finding the IBN 5100? How the hell was I supposed to know? But I won't kill you now. I can't. The tiny little girl, barely half my height, looks up at me with a smile that chills my blood. I'll kill you in 15 years. Keep living in fear until then. I get on my knees and grab Nai by the shoulders. I hold back my terror and meet her stare for stare. And yet, this girl doesn't even flinch. Who are you? She isn't Tennoji Nai. What do you mean you'll kill me in 15 years? Exactly what it sounds like. 15 years from now, I killed you. Killed? Why is she using past tense? Nai laughs once, a harsh and mocking sound. Then she leans in and whispers. You still don't get it? I don't have a face cam, so you can't see how confused I am right now, but I'm going to quickly give a theory before we get into it. So I think somehow, so much time travel stuff is going on in this, somehow 15-year-old, not 15-year-old, but 15 years older Nai has killed Okabe, maybe in the same future Suzuha was from, where everything was terrible. Okabe replaces his old body, right? Like, he essentially time travels back in his mind, but the body stays the same. It's not Okabe from whenever he time leaped, moving somewhere else. It's just his mind. So potentially the same thing has happened here, where she has come back in time, this, I guess, 27-year-old Nai, and to do that, it's led to her being placed in the mind of her as a 12-year-old. So she's 12-year-old in body, but much older mentally. That's the only way I can see this making sense. I mean, I say that, but Steins Gate has a way of coming out with something that does make sense, but I would never have seen coming. So I just thought I'd get that theory out there before she answers any questions. So let's see if I'm right. Just now, you asked who I am. I am Tennoji Nai. No doubt about that. But I remember the next 15 years. No. Did she... Time leap? Time leap? What has she done? Oh. Okay. Nai suddenly whips out a knife, catching me completely off guard. Wow, she looks terrifying. Nai drives the knife into the elbow of my right arm, which was grabbing her shoulder. Blood sprays onto Nai's face, but she doesn't even blink. Instead, she laughs. Just like she laughed when she killed Moeka. Damn it! The intense pain brings me to my knees. For a moment, I panic. But somehow, I manage to convince myself that I'm fine. I won't die here, I tell myself. This world line won't accept that. It's just like Nai said herself. It's not that she won't kill me. She can't. If she tried, something would surely interfere. Wanna hear how I killed you? In the future, you were one of the founders of the resistance against CERN. But I captured you and imprisoned you and tortured you every which way I could think of. You cried and screamed and begged for your life, all while covered in piss and shit. You were one sorry sight, Okabe Rintaro. After I ran out of things to do, I finally slit your throat. And then I stabbed you. Over and over and over again, so many times I don't even remember. That's how your life is going to end. That's your punishment for murdering Daddy. Nai grabs my arm and digs her tiny fingers into the wound. She really is terrifying. My nerves burst into flame, not just in my arm, but throughout my entire body. The pain forces the air out of my lungs in a blood-curdling scream. I can't shake off Nai's hands. I can't even move a finger against the pain. CERN confiscated your time leap machine. They kept it locked away for 15 years, until I came for it.
15年後、ラウンダーになった私はお前を殺してから、それを使ってここまで戻ってきた。
After I became a rounder and killed you, I used that machine to come all the way back here.
一度にたった48時間しか遡れない欠陥品だから、ずいぶん苦労したけど。
It was hard, let me tell you. That piece of shit can't leap more than 48 hours at a time. To travel 15 years in 48-hour increments would take... Damn, I can't calculate through the pain.
単純計算で2738回だ。
2,738 leaps.
他にもいろいろあったせいで、実際の回数はきっと倍以上だけどな。自分が何回タイムリープしたかなんて、とっくに忘れたよ。
I messed up a few times though, so it was really more like twice that. At least, I kinda lost count after a while. Now I get it. When I came to this world line, I went back to the lab after learning of Moeka's suicide. And once I got there, I found evidence someone had used the time leap machine. So that was Nai's final time leap. Nai keeps staring into my eyes as her fingers crawl deeper into my wound. I bite my lip in a desperate attempt to bear the pain. My blood won't stop flowing. It collects into a puddle and stains the asphalt dark red.
私はこの復讐のためだけに生きてきた。誰にも邪魔はさせない。絶対に桐生萌香も殺してやる。この手でだ。
Revenge was all I lived for. I won't let anyone get in my way. I will kill Kiryu Moeka with my own two hands.
自殺なんてさせるもんか。そんな生ぬるい死に方で逃がしたりはしない。
I won't let that bitch kill herself. She doesn't deserve to go out easy.
たった。それだけのために15年もの歳月を遡ってきたのかよ。
You left 15 years just for that? She's insane. Yeah. I'm sure the many, many time leaps did not help. And it was Moeka and I who made her that way, who turned an innocent little girl into a creature of hatred, starved for vengeance. We stole 15 years of her life. 15 years. I can't understand what it's like to live with such hatred for so long.
たったそれだけだと。
Just for that? Nai's slender fingers pry deeper into my wound. So deep, I can feel her fingers against my bone. Ooh.
お前たちにとってはたったそれだけかもしれないが、私にとってはお前と桐生萌香を殺すことだけが全てなんだよ。
It might not mean much to you, but to me, killing you two means everything.
それで萌香を殺してその後はどうするつもりだ。
So you kill Moeka. But what comes next?
その後
Next?
遡ってきた15年をもう一度やり直すのか。
Are you gonna repeat those 15 years all over again?
そんなものに何の価値がある。
What do I care about this 15 years?
価値なんてないんだ。
There's nothing for me there. She does not cry. She does not sneer. Her voice is flat and emotionless as she speaks those words. There's nothing more I can say to this girl I destroyed. At last, Nai lets go of my arm. She looks in disgust at her hands, now covered in my blood.
お前は今何もしなくていい。
I don't need anything from you now.
ただ怯え、後悔し続けろ、岡部倫太郎。15年後に私が迎えに行く時まで。
Just wait, in fear and regret, Okabe Rintaro, until I come for you in 15 years. I'm powerless to stop her from running away. Dry laughter leaks out of my mouth. That girl's disconnected from causality, just like I am. I asked her what she would do after killing Moeka. She didn't answer. The first time she lived those 15 years, all she had was revenge. And after time leaping thousands of times, she exacted that revenge. How will she live those 15 years the second time around? Will she kill me again? Will her revenge be complete then? Or will it continue forever until even she forgets why? The thought squeezes my heart like a vice. Does time travel bring nothing but pain? We built a time machine out of curiosity. We were fools. If not for our meddling, CERN would not have targeted us. Mayuri would not have died. Suzuha would not have had to travel to the past. Faris would not have lost her father twice. Lukako would not have had to forsake her feelings for me. And Moeka would not have killed Mayuri. Kurisu runs up to me. She turns pale at the sight of my bleeding arm.
あんた、その傷どうしたの？大丈夫？
What happened? Are you okay? She kneels in front of me. Worry is etched on her face.
携帯は
The phone.
持ってきたけど。
I brought it, but... Kurisu hands me FB's phone. I take it and start typing out the mail with my left hand.
説明してよ。その傷はどうしたの？
Hey, tell me what happened, will you?
救急車呼んだ方がいい？
Should I call an ambulance?
落ち着け
Calm down.
今から D メールを送る
I'm gonna send the D-mail now.
そうか。世界線が変わればこの傷もなくなるのかな。
Right. If the world line changes, then this wound will go away. Yes, but who cares about my wound? Stop search. Tenoji's death, Moeka's death, and the damage to Nai's soul will all be undone. PC unneeded. That's what matters. I finish the mail and take a breath.
なあどうして店長は萌香を殺さなかったんだろうな
Hey, why do you think Tenoji didn't kill Moeka?
どういうこと？
What do you mean? Any rounder who finds an IBN 5100 is silenced. No exceptions. That's what Tenoji said. In that case, the one who should have been eliminated first was Moeka. She found the IBN 5100 in the first place. And yet, Tenoji cut contact with her instead. And when we exposed his true identity, he shot himself, not Moeka.
俺は思うんだやっぱり店長は萌香を助けたかったんだよ
I think he wanted to save Moeka. Perhaps that's just wishful thinking. Perhaps I'm just looking for an ounce of comfort in all this suffering. Even if that was Tenoji's intention, it was meaningless. Moeka will die today. Whether by her own hand or Nai's, it doesn't matter. However,
ベータ世界線ではそうなるといいな
I hope it works out on the Beta World line. They are the enemy. I should hate them for killing Mayuri. But in some sense, Tenoji, Moeka, and Nai are all just victims of my foolish experiments. I pray that they can live normal lives, at least on the Beta World line. For their sake as well as Mayuri's, I must send this D-mail.
悪いなない
Sorry, Nai. Once this D-mail is sent, this world line will be undone.
お前の復讐は果たされない
But I can't let you have your revenge. Send. So I guess this line isn't an ending, it's just an extra scene? The world shatters, warps, and reforms. Eventually, those sensations disappear, and colour gradually returns to the world. I find myself standing in the street near the lab. The burning pain in my right arm is suddenly gone. I look down. There's no wound, no blood. Instead, I'm holding a convenience store bag with 2 bottles of Dr. P. I guess it worked. I head straight for Moeka's apartment. When I get there, Moeka opens the door normally and peeks out at me. She looks fine. No signs of despair. No bloodstain by the door. No knife either.
岡部君、ここどうやって調べ？
How did you know where I...
少し時間を潰させてもらうぞ。
Let me kill some time here. I barge into the room. The hour of Moeka's death passes with no sign of Nai. The world line has changed. And I've got mail. Moeka's right in front of me, but she sends me a mail. Oh, of course, yeah, I forgot that it was all text. You know, recently she's actually been talking. I don't need an IBN 5100 anymore, Moeka. It feels like forever since we last conversed like this. Ah, yes, what I just said.
必要ないとは。
What do you mean? My supervisor told me to stop looking, Moeka.
FB からストップが。
FB told you to stop? How do you know about FB? Where did you get that information? So FB's still alive. I feel relief, but also fear. I mustn't forget that he is my enemy. For now, however, I'm more interested in what Moeka just said. FB cancelled her mission to retrieve the IBN 5100.
任務達成はすなわち処分確定。扱いとしては犬っつうより家畜だな。
Doing your duty sets you up for disposal, so we're more like cattle than dogs. I recall his last words. Perhaps he cancelled her mission so that they wouldn't be eliminated. If that's the truth, then maybe he really was trying to save Moeka. Didn't Okarin just cancel the mission? I thought he sent the text. Wasn't that the whole point of the D-mail?
ただ怯え、後悔し続けろ、岡部倫太郎。15年後に私が迎えに行く時まで。
Live in fear and regret, Okabe Rintaro, until we meet again in 15 years. I wonder what happened to Nai. I can't get that childish yet hate-filled voice out of my head. On that world line, I turned an innocent girl into a murderer. I bite my lip hard enough to draw blood. I won't fear you, Nai, nor will I repent. That world line has already been undone. But how will things turn out on this new world line? No, there's no point thinking about it. If the plan worked, the IBN 5100 should already be back in my possession. And if that's the case, then there's no need to stay on this world line either. On the way back to the lab, I stop by the Brawn Tube workshop and peek in through the window. The 42-inch CRT is powered on, and Tenoji, FB, is lounging in front of it, reading the sports pages. FB is still alive. His daughter, Nai, has no reason to hate anyone now. I climb the stairs to the lab. There's nobody there but Kurisu.
桐生萌香のアパートに行ったか？
Have you been to Kiryu Moeka's apartment?
は？
Kurisu pauses her at-channel browsing session to look at me in confusion.
萌香さんのアパート？私が？行ってないけど。
Moeka-san's apartment? Never.
そうか。
Oh, okay.
どういうことよ？
Why do you ask?
いや、行っていないならいいんだ。
It doesn't matter. Just wondering. I cut across the lounge and head straight for the development room. In the middle of that room sits the time leap machine. After a glance at the time leap machine, I scan the shelves. It's here. A large, familiar cardboard box. I was right. Inside the box is the IBN 5100, the legendary retro PC stolen from me by a twist of fate. At last, it has returned. The long battle is finally over. But first, let's check our phone. Oh, it's my Yuri. Haven't seen you in a while. Okarin's been acting strange lately, so Mayushi didn't go to Komima today. Are you at the lab? Maybe I'll go there now. I haven't seen you in a couple of days, you know? We usually see each other every day, so it's really lonely. I know it's only been 4 days at most, but I'm used to being with you all the time. I'm your hostage, remember? Don't let go. Okay. I did it. We can save Mayuri.
Super Hacker! Super Hacker, come on!
Daru? Daru, where's my super hacker? I can't contain my excitement. My heart is beating like a jackhammer. He's not here? He went to Komima, remember? Oh, right. In that case, he won't return until evening. I can't wait that long. So I fire up the time machine and leap. Felt like a very long build up to that leap. I don't know if it was any longer than usual or it just felt that way. And we're going back. 2 days. As shape and colour return to the world, I see Daru in front of his computer, sleepily playing an eroge. Kurisu's napping on the sofa. She probably just got done with her all-nighter on the time leap machine. Mayuri's not around. She probably went to Lukako's to beg him to cosplay.
Christina!
Kurisu jerks awake.
これよりオペレーションベルダンディ最終フェーズを開始する
It's time for the final phase of Operation Verthandi? I don't know. My sonorous declaration earns only blank stares. Why are they so slow?
ダル IBN5100 だ
The IBN 5100, Daru.
だから
Yeah.
だからではない IBN5100 があるのだよ
Listen to me, man. We have an IBN 5100.
そりゃあるっしょ。オカリンが持ってきたんじゃん。
Of course we do. You're the one who found it, Okarin?
そうだ俺が持ってきた柳林神社からな
Yes, I did. I found it at Yanabayashi Shrine.
オカリン、今日はやけにテンション高くね
Have you been drinking too much soda?
ちょっとぐらい寝かせろよ
Let me sleep, for crying out loud. Kurisu rubs her eyes and complains. She looks dead tired.
徹夜明けなんだから
I was up all night.
ダル一つ聞くが IBN5100 の使い方について勉強はしたか
A question, Daru. Have you researched how to use the IBN 5100?
はまあ一応
Well, yeah, I guess.
コミマ前のクソ忙しい時期に僕って偉すぎじゃねイギリスだったらナイトの称号もらえるレベル
Can you believe I did it while preparing for Komima? I'm like a saint or something. They'd knight me for this in England.
ならば今日からお前のことをサースーパーハッカーと呼ぼう
Then we shall call you Sir Super Hacker.
だが断る
Hell no.
くだらない会話は自重しろ頭が痛くなる
Will you guys shut up? You're giving me a headache. If Daru knows how to use the IBN 5100, then we can hack CERN right now.
全ラボメンに告げる
Hear me, lab mems. Mayuri's not here, but that's actually more convenient.
長き戦いにいよいよ決着をつける時が来たすなわちラグナロックが開始されるのだ
Our long struggle has at last reached its climax. Ragnarok is at hand.
本作戦の概要はすなわちセルン本部の最新部に隠された極秘データを IBN5100 によるクラッキングで破壊することである
Now we must deliver the decisive blow. With the power of the IBN 5100, we shall crack CERN's most secure database and destroy it from the inside.
エシュロンなる卑劣な電子機器により奴らは我らの極秘情報をかすめ取った天津さえそれをもとに我らを特定し 我らが開発した人類の夢、タイムマシンの強奪をも目論んだ。
Through the cowardly apparatus known as Echelon, the enemy has acquired precious intelligence on our activities. Now they plot to steal our sacred time machine, upon which rest the hopes and dreams of all mankind.
研究機関でありながら、その裏で時空の支配者の座を望み、非道なるゼリーマン実験を行う奴らに、今こそ正義の鉄槌を下そうではないか。
Beneath its scholarly trappings, CERN is a hive of scum and villainy, of men who would sacrifice innocent souls in their quest to rule all space and time. But now we are poised to crush them with the hammer of justice.
そして真の時空の支配者がどちらなのか、奴らの目にしかと刻みつけてやれ。
And when we do, they will know once and for all by whose hand the wheel of fate truly turns.
戦いが終わった時、世界を陰で牛耳る支配構造はついに崩壊し再構成されるだろう。そう、我らが望んだ混沌がついに訪れるのだ。
When the sun sets upon the battlefield, the foul system that rules the world will crumble, and from the flames a new age will rise, an age of glorious, unfettered chaos.
まあうるさい。
Ah, shut up! Kurisu gets fed up and rises from the sofa.
一体何なの？
What are you talking about?
オカリンの心の闇は誰にもわからんでござる。
Nobody can know the darkness in Okarin's heart.
そもそも設定じゃ岡部は狂気のマッドサイエンティストじゃなかった？なのになんで正義の鉄槌とか言っちゃってるんだ？
First, get your character straight. What kind of mad scientist talks about the hammer of justice?
ついカッとなってやったんじゃね？今は反省してるかも。
I guess he just got caught up in the heat of the moment. Maybe he regrets it now.
お前たち、ごちゃごちゃ言っていないで準備しろ。
Come on, guys, stop complaining and get ready.
準備ってなんぞ？
Get ready
だから今言っただろう。セルンへのクラッキングだ。
to crack CERN. Weren't you listening?
クラッキングは良くないと思う。
I don't think that's a good idea.
なんという優等生的発言。お前は委員長か。
When did you become a goody two-shoes? Where's your ambition?
捕まりたいの？
Are you trying to get us arrested?
そういう問題ではない。
That's not the problem. I fight the urge to grind my teeth. Instead, I fix Kurisu with my stare.
俺はこのターニングポイントへ到達するためにこれまで戦ってきた。
It's taken me so long, just to reach this point.
今こそアルファ世界線を離脱しマユリを救う。邪魔をするというなら誰だろうと許さん。絶対にだ。
This is my chance to escape the Alpha World line and save my Yuri. I won't let anyone get in my way. Anyone.
岡部。
必死すぎ。
Why so serious, man? I've got good reason. To them, only half an hour has passed since the time leap machine was built. But to me, many days have passed since this ordeal began.
頼む。
Please. I bow my head deeply.
俺の願いを聞いてくれ。
Please, hear me out. And we're gonna end it there because I've run out of time. Okay, so I was right with my theory about Nai. I am slightly confused because I thought you needed to to be in the vicinity of the time leap machine and to physically use the time leap machine to time leap. So I don't know how Nai was always within reach of the time leap machine for every single 48-hour jump that she did, especially if CERN had taken it. Like, I understand if maybe she had it in her possession for a while and she could go back quite a few years, but how would she have been able to get all the way back to now when the time leap machine is here. Like, even if she has the knowledge of where the time leap machine was going to be every single 48-hour interval, I don't know how she would always be able to get there. Like, presumably CERN had it in Europe for a bit. Like, how would she have shown up in Europe? At some point, she would be back in Japan. Like, I just don't fully understand how she'd always be able to make those 48-hour leaps. So that's confusing me a little bit, but I did guess that she'd come back, like, using some sort of time travel. So I guess that was right. And yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen now that we do have the IBN 5100 in our possession and we can break into the database. So I'm excited to see where this goes now that we've reached the point where that's an option for Okarin to finally do that. So yeah, hopefully we'll find that out next time, or we'll start getting an idea of where things are going next time. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you then.